Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? I have not vlogged in a minute, and so this is me coming back. I'm coming back from Orlando. So I was in Orlando for 24 hours, kicking it with some family, with my mom and my sister. So I'm happy that I was able to spend some time with them. I'm happy I was able to just enjoy a break from everything, a break from life, a break from just dream chasing, just be with my family. That's the number one important thing ever, is being with family. Listen, having to come back from work, having to come back from vacation to go to work is crazy. And I cannot wait until this dream pops off so I don't have to worry about this shit ever again, bro. Like, listen. Chasing your dreams is not for the faint of heart. You're making sacrifices, you losing money, you losing sleep, you working, you doing all this. Imagine chasing your dreams while living your life. Imagine chasing your dreams, right? Doing content, learning content, working out, trying to get yourself out there as a personal trainer, while also at the same time having to work a warehouse job, having to work with the time that I have, the very little time that I have to work, be on my feet, and by the time I get off work, it takes all of my fucking energy. Like this shit. I'm just glad that I got back. I'm just glad that I was able to see my family, and I'm just glad that I actually was able to, just take a break. We gotta get back to work because it's the new year. We shift to new identities. We move into new becomings, new beginnings, new situations. So I just had to come in real quick just to say what's up. I just had to make sure I vlog and get right back to it. That's what we're gonna do. This is vlogging, making my vlogs, and all that other good stuff. So y'all be good. Working out upper body just to get the blood flowing and whatnot. So what I did with that is I, just focus on upper body. My body felt a little bit stiff. This is exactly why I try not to take too many days off, because when you take days off, a certain amount of days, when your body's not used to it, it take a minute to get back on track. Look like long ass periods of time off from working out. I think I've taken at least a couple days. I've never taken like a week or 2 weeks off. I never do that only because, I've always been consistent with just going to the gym, showing up, almost to the point where this shit is like a default, where I always default to working out. That's legit one of the major pros that I have as far as me being in the gym. Part of the reasons why I'm so consistent with that shit, because from when I first moved to Atlanta 2013, I'll take it back even further. Doing sports since I was like a kid. I was playing ball, ran track. I wasn't really, I wasn't the best per se. Granted, I wanted to do it. I just didn't put enough into it, but I was always active. So that helped. I saw the one major thing for me was when I was in college, right? Gained my college weight, but I was still working out. But like, I just wasn't really, I'm not like, when I look at myself, I can barely tell when I'm gaining weight or losing weight unless somebody points it out. And so, the one thing that changed for me was when, I'm sorry, I'm just watching this car move. The one thing that changed for me for real was literally my parents, my mom and my dad, God rest his soul, my father, they went vegan. And so they went vegan. They changed their whole entire lifestyle. So I went part-time with it. And so on my last semester of college. So I went part-time doing vegan, right? I went part-time vegan, and I noticed I got compliments from when I lost weight, my college weight. So I lost some weight when I got back that final semester of being in college. I finished college. I came back home. I locked in that summer of 2013. And lo and behold, I was able to drop all of my college weight for a little minute. Not for a little minute, but I managed to drop all of my college weight completely. So when I moved to Atlanta, like, it literally was a routine of, going to the gym 5 to 6 days a week, And I've been doing that shit nonstop. I've been doing that shit nonstop since like, 2014. Literally 2014, like throughout living my life in my 20s, throughout being outside in the city in the peak of living in Atlanta, summer 2016. Like I've been in the gym. I just been living in that motherfucker. When I was hitting the peaks of my life, I was in the gym. When I was at the lowest of lows, when I peaked, I was in the gym. When life was whooping my ass, I was in the gym. When I didn't know what to do, I was in the gym. When, and I just wasn't in the best of moods, I was in the gym. Like literally my consistency of going to the gym is what got me here. My default setting of me going to the gym is what got me here, which I didn't even realize that 10 years later down the line, like it would affect me in many ways. So I'm grateful for that being my default, which is why I'm really trying to pursue this whole thing when it comes to, doing personal training. Y'all just going to deal. So I'm here. So what was I saying? I'm new to, I am just getting my angles right. I'm just working with what I got. You're getting the raw, unfiltered version of JT. And I'm working through these changes that's going on within me, right? Being in default of working out, I love it. I love it so much. It's got me to this point now where I'm really trying to reach the next new levels of who I am overall in my fitness journey, who I am as a man, who I want to be, who I'm evolving into in this new cycle of the new year. I just want to say, working out in groups is the best thing ever. Going to Hills, I'm so happy I went to Hills today, bro. I'm so happy because, being around community, being around people in general, just being around people in general, just it hypes you up. It gives you a sense of urgency. It gives you not urgency. It gives you a sense of you're not the only one. Like it's so many fitness groups in the city of Atlanta. So many people I know in the fitness world who I know either personally as friends, associates, and definitely this new year I'm definitely going to put myself out there more. Especially me being a content creator, me turning into I'm a creative, a content creative, or I consider myself a creative. I consider myself a creative, first and foremost. And I'm turning into a personal trainer, and I'm building my brand with Show Improved Fitness, and putting myself out there in the best ways possible. So I feel pretty good. But yeah, community is everything. I want to increase my community. I want to be part of the community more. I'm thankful for my community now. I love my guys. I love everybody who I went to school with, who I met in my 20s. I still fuck with them. It's just life has just been a bit different. I see them when I can, but if I'm not there, if I'm not in the gym dolo, if I'm not at work, I'm at the crib, life hasn't really been as interesting for me lately. I've just been working on me, working on my spirit, working my job, working and doing all types of things. I'm gonna just explain a bit more as we go further, but what's up, y'all? This is Tuesday, January 6th. I'm currently at Carbon, Atlanta. I am having a good leg day, and it's been a minute since I've been at Carbon. So I've been trying to get a membership for a while because I'm trying to be around a much better environment. And listen, it never fails, bro. Every time I come to Carbon, man, it's something about this place that just brings the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling good, I'm sweating, I'm doing my thing, I'm focusing on my legs. I'm away from work, life problems, everything, man. Like, it's just something about being in this gym that just brings the best out of you, man. And that's why we're gonna get a membership. Trust me, we're gonna get a membership this year for sure. But I feel good. I'm away from everything, and I'm having a very solid leg day. I'm not pressing myself again. We like 6 days in the new year, 2026, and all I'm doing is just this first quarter of the year is we're just working on foundations. We're just working on the foundation of creating content, foundation of my workouts, getting goals in order, Like, we're in no rush. And plus, it's my birthday season. It's Aquarius season. My birthday's in like a few weeks. January 23rd. Aquarius, Taurus moon, Cancer rising. For all my ladies that watching my story or watching the story, follow me. This is your sign. I am that. But I am feeling good. And it's a privilege to work out, man. It's a privilege to have the body that I have, to live the life that I live. And I feel good. I'm taking my time. And let me get back to the work, because I'm just starting to run out of words. And at this point, I'm going to be rambling like a motherfucker. So let's get back to it.